It's alive. Good, gentlemen.
All righty. So, everybody, welcome to Safe Haven. We have Bitsniper here. We have Jari Bruns. We have Zero. We have Bitsniper, Cuckoo Koala. They are all here as a part of the team, and they are going to be giving us a wonderful presentation on Bitsniper. I want to let everybody know that anything you hear in this session is not financial advice. We are just here so you can get the best information possible and interact directly with the team. Without further ado, Jari Bruns, why don't you just go ahead and give us an overview of how you made it into this space?
Yeah, there's some problem actually. Him being on video, he's not audible. So yeah, you can exit the video for now, and let's see if it works otherwise.
Yeah, he had to leave and come back.
Yep.
In the meantime,
all right. By the time he comes, by the time he comes back, we can pass it over to Zero, right?
Yep. Zero, you can go ahead, bud. Just give us a brief overview of how you came into the space.
Yeah, so first of all, thank you for having me, and thank you for having our team here on this evening. My name is Niels de Krijger. I'm from the Netherlands. You may run into me on the socials under the name Zero, which is my in-game name. I'm the CSO of Bitsniper. And I've been involved in the crypto gaming space for a long time, both as an investor and as a firm believer of what it has to offer. I strongly believe that crypto gaming is at the earliest stage of adoption. So, I believe that it will soon become the next big thing. So that's why we're here today. And together with a dedicated team, we are very determined to bring you all the best that we can, the best that the crypto gaming has to offer, with many great incentives and rewards.
That's what's up, man. Jari, you go ahead, bud. I see you unmuted.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so my name is Jari Bruns. I'm the CEO of Bitsniper. Wait, you guys can hear me, right?
You're audible.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, so I have a background in mechanical engineering, and with this background, I enjoy using strategic thinking to solve technical problems. I came into the world of crypto in late 2017 when I first started discovering the world of crypto. And since then, I've been in several projects. I've been a gamer all my life, and I enjoy gaming still to this very day. And a little over a year ago, me and the team decided it was time to start our own project. And now we're here.
That's what's up, man. So, let's go ahead and get into the project questions. Let's get into the project. So, first of all, is the game out yet? That's just the yes or no question.
Yes and no. I'm not sure if that was an option, but
You know what I mean?
It has to be yes or no. So no, you can't play the game as of right now. But there will be a demo version that will be made available, and the reason why it would be made available and not the full game, there are many moving parts to it, as in why did we delay the actual launch, what has a developer team made possible to put together in terms of sort of advertising it as a finalized product. We will definitely talk and dissect a little deeper on those facts going forward. So for the straight question, it has not been launched yet.
Okay, cool. Let me see. Yeah, and anytime I say yes or no question, if there's look, life is not black and white. I'm just trying to keep things as straight as possible so we can move smoothly. But if there's anything that you guys have to add, like that, like what you gave was a legitimate answer. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Let's see. So next thing I want to know is this. Oh yeah, I need to bring this up too. Okay, so one thing you guys do on your white paper is you mentioned that there are a lot of issues with other crypto games that are play to earn. And you list out those issues. Now, I'm real big at making sure, because look, this is called the safe haven, you know, and right now I am the shepherd here. I'm the protector of the safe haven. So anytime
Sweet.
someone said, yeah, 100%, that's right. So anytime someone comes up and starts talking about anything along the lines of these are the problems with other projects, and all, or they say something like we're the number one this, or we're the first to do this, I'm gonna check them on that. I'm gonna dive in on that. So let's get into this, man. So one thing you guys said was there is a complexity of the ecosystem, and it's hard for people to use the game because they don't necessarily know how to get to it. A whole lot of loops and turns and whatnot to actually be able to get to the game itself. So let me ask you guys: have you made it easier for people to access your game? How is it going to be easy to access?
That's a
Yeah, the
that's a
demo.
very beautiful question. Yeah. So I was saying that's a very beautiful question, and yes, I appreciate it. The way you're taking care of the community and actually trying to distinguish black sheep from the white sheeps. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful take, and this is exactly the type of a platform we wanted. Now, in terms of explaining, diving right into it, yes, we have made it better on all the categories that we mentioned, which the earlier versions of the play to earn models, they basically lacked, and they're still lacking. I'm not going to take the names, but how did we know in the first place, starting off with the fact that how did we know that the earlier play to earn models had these sort of issues? It's because we actively reviewed those models, and we saw that they have got a good innovation going on, but why did they crash? Why is it a pump and dump chart? How can we fix it? Why hasn't they dominated the market so far? We see finance dominating. We see real estate. Why not play to earn? So in terms of complexity, I'm sure if you guys have played play to earn before, but you'll have to have so many tokens, and then those tokens will be in game. Then you'll have to make sure that you purchase a certain NFT card, and then that NFT card gives you some other token. That other token is energy or mana or whatever. Or you'll have to do wood, steel, there was a good creativity, but it was complex. Talking about one of the famous games I played and I reviewed was Farmer's World. It did massive in terms of returns, but it did wreck a lot of investors later. It's because of how complex the game was. Not only that, their interface. The interface was complex in terms of how can you get into the game. You need to buy this, then you'll have to convert it to that, then you'll have to make sure that you buy whatever assets you want to buy on the game with that token, the one that you converted. But with Bitsniper, you have a clear entry. The path is pretty clear. You're going to have the Bitsniper tokens, which you can buy at a discount on the early bird on 25th. Once you have that, you can just jump in on the application. You will have their tokens. You're going to connect your wallet. You're going to have your tokens reflecting in game. And there's only one thing that is a little complex, which has to be there in order to prevent the crash of the game, which again the other models lacked, which is the dual token system. Because we believe in Bitsniper that the tokens, the core token, the stakeholder token, has to be different from the reward token. Because if they're not different, it's going to affect the the confidence of our stakeholders or people who are basically holding the project strong. So coming back to the complexity part, you don't have to worry about getting in the game. You just need to have Bitsniper tokens. You can simply use those Bitsniper tokens and buy the NFTs. It's like any other battle combat game with beautiful graphics, be it COD, be it PUBG, be it other games. So it's similar, but the graphics are better a little bit. And you have to do the same thing. You will have to have weapons. The better weapons you have, the more will be the chances of your winning, and the more beautifully you can exercise your fighting skills, right? So you're going to have to buy a weapon. You're going to have to buy a helmet or other gear related to a soldier's uniform, right? So you can simply buy that from your tokens. And as soon as you have those, you can click on, okay, match, which tier you want to fight in. It will be clearly mentioned, the tiers. You can click, you can earn. And then you started earning the reward token is when the other complexity comes in, which is, okay, I got the reward token, now I'll have to swap it. But in order for me to swap the reward token, I'll have to swap it back to the core token, then from core token to some other decentralized exchange or some other platform. I have to find many, the link, and then eventually ended up connecting the bad link or, a bad actor's link to your device. But we have made that easier for you guys, in the sense that there's going to be a swap, an easier swap system that's going to be embedded on the application or on the game itself. And what that swap system is going to do, you have your reward tokens, right? Simply put in the reward token and select the currency you would want to swap it to. BNB, Ethereum, Polygon, stablecoins. You don't have to go through the whole process, just because they want more and they want you to pay more and more taxes based on your transactions. We have eased it. There's one-step transactions to collect and start enjoying your rewards, which is the in-game swap. So out of all these things, this is how we have fixed up the complexity issues. And also, yeah, and if I'm missing out on anything, would you like to add something on the complexity 0 and Zelbo?
Hey, yeah, I'm sorry. I have a little bit of trouble with my connection, but I'm here. It's a bit difficult to hold my phone and talk while on camera, but I can be back on camera after I tell a little bit more. So yeah, we use dual token to prevent selling pressure on the main token, and we use the second token, like the token on the Polygon, to make the chain and the project even more secure than it already is. Yeah, it will prevent cheating on the game, and yeah, that will also like help to get some more let's say
All right, I think he dropped again. Yep.
Hey, I'm sorry, I'm back, guys. Yeah, my connection is really bad. Yeah, okay. So I was talking about like the extra safety the dual token gets us, and yeah, it will make sure that investors will be comfortable with us and our project, and it will also make it like easier, because when you have the token on two chains, it will be easier for people to swap tokens to your token and use them in the game.
All right. Okay. Got you, man. And next thing I want to go over is, let's see. Well, now this is a yes or no question as well. Are you guys decentralized?
Yes, we are decentralized, and
Okay.
the way we are Okay. I don't have to elaborate that. I'm so sorry. Yeah, we are decentralized.
Got you. That's what's up, man. All righty. Also, how many different ways can people earn money with the project, with the game?
I can tell you something about that. First of all, people can play the game and they can earn tokens by completing challenges and winning from other players. Also, we have the part where people can stake their earned tokens and earn rewards. So we will have a staking pool where people can get a passive income by staking the tokens they've earned. So that's like double the fun, so to say. We also have NFTs where people can buy, trade, and upgrade their NFTs. So yeah, we have lots of ways for people to make money on this project.
What's up, man? Yeah, I want to get into the NFTs a bit later. Next thing I wanted to go to is the sustainability. So you guys mentioned that, and I agree with you. A lot of play to earn games, they do fail because teams will either go bankrupt or they will lack the revenue to keep the game going. Because remember, we are in a bear market. Money ain't flowing like it used to, man. And it's a whole lot of people. This is a good thing too. It's not a bad thing. There's a whole lot of people sitting on their 2021 bull run gains, and they're living off that, and that's what they're running off of. And money ain't flowing like it used to be. So it's known for stuff like that to happen. But I believe that the main reason why projects that are play to earn end up going bankrupt or losing revenue and not being able to keep up with stuff is because, they came out with a game and they expected their game to be number one on the billboards, making 6-7 figures a month, like we're in a bull run, and they turn around and they get disappointed because they go through trials and tribulations. So my thing is this: if projects had extra reserves of cash before they started, instead of making the game and expecting it to pay for everything, these issues probably wouldn't happen. So here's one thing I have to ask you guys: where is the source of income to maintain and push this games to the length that it takes to make it as successful as possible? Where is that money coming from on you guys' end? And it could be anything, it could be as simple as, you guys have got this other project that you made a bunch of money on, and that money's going there. You guys made a bunch of money last bull run, and you're using that there. You have some other income or something. But give us something to let us know that you're not going to be the same thing as what you guys are spoken against.
Yeah, okay. So first of all, we collect fees, trading fees, 5% sell, 5% buy. A part of these fees will be used to pay for in-game costs, like rewarding players and stuff. Also, we have partnerships ready. We want to go to partnerships with big companies, and they can pay us for advertising in the game. We can use that money also to be sustainable and reward players for playing the game. And yeah, maybe Niels can tell more about it if Niels is here.
Yeah, I would like to take
I'm
it up. I
sorry.
would like to take it up.
Okay, yeah, cool. That's cool.
Thank you, Jari. Thank you, appreciate it. About the question that you asked, again, a very smart and a difficult question. If we're criticizing the earlier play-to-earn models, and if we claim that we have basically fixed that issue, well, I would first like to say, how is it that we have fixed the issue, and why is it that we won't be needing to pump the what do you call, support it with extra cash elsewhere? It's because we won't be giving them, the reward token, the reward mechanism in the game, it's not based on, say for example, transactions. The reward thing is not based on transactions. If there is an arena, 4 players, those 4 players played, and player 1, player 2, player 3, the results came out, the leaderboard, the player 1 scored the high points in terms of the targets, headshots, whatever it is, player 2 less than that, and accordingly. So there's going to be an exchange of tokens based on the skills they reflected on the battlefield between the players themselves. We are not going to be pumping money in their pockets by collecting transaction fees, say for example from DC's transaction, from Cuckoo's transaction. You want to play the game, you want to start from tier 1 and climb accordingly all the way to higher tiers. If you're confident entering a particular tier by keeping your reward and loss ratio in mind, you know that you're up against good players or bad players or starters, and you got number 3 position. So based on the reward distribution mechanism, as we have an AI which takes care of everything, 80% is automated. Based on that, there will be an exchange of tokens happening or taking place in the game, which makes it fair for both the gamers as well as the investors. Why does investors' transaction pay for gamers? Right? If you love the graphics, if you see that you playing Call of Duty 24 hours a day does not pay you unless and until you find other ways of streaming yourself on Twitch or streaming yourself on YouTube and asking people to join, support, donations, stuff like that. Or would you want to switch over to the decentralized side of things where your skills is what pay you, be it $10 a day, $1,000 a day? If you are good at winning, this game is for you. Now, about the other fees that Jari was talking about, well, yes, we do have a fee collection system, which is the collection fee. Collection fee in the sense, for example, 2 players are going to fight, right? 2 players are going to fight. I won. I was number 1. Now, there's going to be, as I said, transfer of tokens, right? Though basically they're tickets into that particular arena. Now they're going to transfer accordingly from number 5th to 3rd to 2nd to 1. That transaction, that transfer that takes place, there's going to be a very small fee that's going to be taken as a commission, as an intermediary by Bitsniper project. A very small fee, right? Which will only go lower as moving forward, because the more the volume, the lower the fee. because anyways the project will collect massively at the end, which is going to go to many ways. I will explain that later. But talking about trading fee, there's going to be a 5% sell, 5% buy on the main token, and that 5% buy and 5% sell is basically going to go towards catering to the staking pool. It's going to go, a part of it, it's going to go towards marketing, because for play to earn, what's challenging from whatever we have reviewed in past 18 or 19 months, I think you should always make sure that marketing is an integral part of this thing, of your project. If it's a play to earn, if it's any other project, time to time you can just miss out on it. But for play to earn, it has to be an integral part, because you will have to invite adoption, especially for something new. Now, a part of it is going to go to the random rewards. Now, do not confuse rewards with the play to earn token. Play to earn is an exchange of value from one player to, or multiple players in between them, and random rewards is something that we do to encourage participation. For example, there is a limited edition NFT, right, or 3 or 4, and we find a player doing very good, enhancing his skills, playing 2 hours a day, or sort of trying to be serious about the game, giving good feedbacks, being super active in the community connects, etc., etc. So we will be doing random airdrops, and that's what the small reward pool is going to be. Also, as I said, the part is going to go to staking, etc., etc. There's going to be a platform fee, right? Small part of these fees, and all these fees. The beautiful thing about the fees is that it's going to go towards game development primarily. Second thing, it's going to go towards the staking thing. Third thing, it's going to go towards marketing. Fourth, small rewards, random rewards, right? Now, talking about platform fee, again, we're going to be having NFTs, which and the cosmetics of those NFTs are going to be, well, battlefield items for soldiers. You know what it is, right? Hand grenades, vests, helmets. If you want a rocket launcher, whatever it is. As we move on, as the participation increases, as the the difficulty bar increases, we will be introducing more and more cosmetic items in order to give players a good edge out there in the battlefield. But if you're directly gonna start from level 5, I would suggest not to do that, because there will be a lot of risk in that. So going forward, I want to touch a little bit more on the sustainability, right? Now, the sustainability, I think the way we have thought about making the whole thing sustainable, even though the actual play to earn token has nothing to do with the transactions, it's a simple transaction transfer, right? Exchange. Even if it has nothing to do with those things that I mentioned earlier, but still we do have a very strong platform in terms of generating revenue, because as I said, 18 months of work. Talking about first advertisements, and now where did this idea of advertising on a play to earn game based on blockchain come from? We did our review of Play Store and iOS, and based on our review, like those those 10-20 minute stress buster games that you have on Play Store, wherein you will have those advertisements popping up from time to time throughout your gameplay, 5 seconds, 3 seconds, 10 seconds. When we reviewed what was the actual revenue being generated from all the games listed and all the advertisements that have been played so far, it was in billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. So there's similarly going to be the same thing, though we are going to use advertisements in game. If you don't like advertisement, if you don't want to get distracted by these advertisements, of course, just like other arcade games or other famous gigantic organization games wherein they will have those advertisements, you'll have to buy a season pass, and once you have a season pass, you won't be getting those advertisements. Now, I'm quickly going to wrap it up, right? I think I'm just taking a lot of your time. So going to in-game purchases, there's going to be in-game purchase of the NFTs, cosmetic items, like how I mentioned, player engagement and community. There's going to be basically chat rooms, collaborations, guiles that will offer in-game rewards for virtual assets, like I mentioned earlier, and also scalability, which I think Zelbo and Zero are going to touch on soon. All in all, what I wanted to mention is, even though also we're going to have merchandise really soon, because it's it's better if we push it real soon, as soon as we launch, or after a few weeks after we launch. Now, the merchandise are not going to be camouflage based. The only thing we have seen going around in the fashion world, if you want to be a soldier, you'll have to have camouflage. There's so many other ways of giving apparels which resemble to soldier, rather than just camouflaging it. So we're definitely going to use that approach and try to sell as many as we can, and even establish a store, maybe a showroom, etc., etc. So what I wanted to mention is that we are pretty strong and stable in terms of what we have planned and the revenue that will support the project. We are not, we don't have a big hole in our bucket, which is going to lose a lot of value just by rewarding people, because our token does not have to do anything with the taxes, not to a greater extent, just like other projects do. There's going to be a transfer of value, etc., etc. I hope that answers your question. Thank you.
Yep. Good work. Yep. Good work. Definitely. That was a really good question, man. Let's get more into those. Let's talk about man. How do I want to do this? Yeah, we can go ahead. Okay, let's talk more about those NFTs, man.
Sure. What do you want to know? Ask us and we can give you an answer.
No, just go from
Do we have
do what?
Yeah, sorry. Do we have a specific question about it, or
No, I
just want me to tell?
Just start talking about it.
Okay, yeah. So the NFTs can be bought and sold on our own platform, on our website. But the NFTs can also be sold on platforms like OpenSea and stuff. We want to have the opportunity for people to buy and sell the NFTs easy. The NFTs can be won in the game during certain events. We will have certain events where people can participate, and based upon how they play the game, they can win a certain NFT that other people don't have. They can use those NFTs in the game for future games, or they can sell them on a platform or maybe on OpenSea. We also will have like a merging version, a merging function for the NFTs. So when you have two medium NFTs, you can combine them into one rare NFT, so to say. This NFT will be better. For example, if you have a helmet, it will give you more health points than the medium NFT. But yeah, we decided it won't be fair if the NFTs will be overpowered. So it's important that skill will always be more important than the NFT that someone holds, because we don't want whales to buy up all the legendary NFTs and use them in a way that nobody else can win from them. So yeah, like other things, the NFTs will grant you certain perks. Holding certain NFTs will grant players like I told, a slight upper hand on their opponent based upon the rarity and the type of the NFT. You can think about faster running, faster reloading, more ammo, more health, you name it. And like I told before, skill will always be more important than like the rarity of the NFT, because we don't want it to be overpowered.
All right, sounds good. Next thing I want to know is I want to slide off into the marketing. I did have some other questions, but I want to get more into the marketing instead. So, man, as far as you guys' marketing is concerned, all right. We have yet to, well, I don't want to just say I'll say I myself have not seen a crypto play to earn game take off and be successful, in the sense that it's putting up numbers that are like both it's worthy of being boasted about. Not because it's hard to measure success now. Like, how do you measure a certain amount? But like, I haven't seen any type of crypto play to earn game that has really took off, and it's like Angry Birds or Clash of Clans or something, big, you know. So how are you guys going to market this in such a way that is going to really bring people into the space? Because typically in this space, when it comes to play to earn games, people usually like the play to earn games, not necessarily because they themselves enjoy playing it, but because they think other people will. And that's where the hype comes off of. Because most people, when they want to play a video game, they're going to get on Xbox or they're going to get on PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? So, how would you guys market this in a way that would really snatch people in? You guys have professional marketers?
Uh, again, dissecting it perfectly. So I like the point you mentioned. Basically, you said something about the players play to earn game because they know other players are going to play it as well. That's why they play. Also, there's one more thing that I would like to mention. They play because they know they're going to make a lot of money if they go in it initially, right? And then the hype follows, like how it's been in crypto. Okay, the market is going parabolic. They don't see the sustainability mechanism backing that model. They just see the chart and the candles, and that's something we'll have to change. And in terms of, and yes, of course, it is very unfortunate that we haven't seen any play to earn succeed in the space or dominating the space, right? Like how I earlier mentioned, we have many things successful, as well as being sort of considered by the traditional ways of things, finance, real estate, like how I said, why not play to earn? Right? Let me just get this one thing right off the bat. There's going to be an integration with the Xbox. There's going to be an integration with the consoles, right? Like how most of the gamers are used to, most of the gamers are used to for Bitsniper going forward. Not talking about what makes us different, what is our marketing strategy, why don't we just do with like the rest of them did, go up and come down, and then just be a flat line, right? Again, it is about the percentage that you are giving in order to create that unnecessary hype rather than relying on an organic growth based on your skills, because we have very talented people in our group. In the core team, right? I'm an extended version, but I can vouch for them based on how talented they are in terms of covering the marketing strategy, the marketing plays, the flow, and everything. Now, why? First thing that makes us different is basically we're not giving out more than we are getting. We are giving out what the investors, the player themselves, are willing to risk, right? We have seen contests going on, COD contests, Counter Strike contests. I don't know, IGI, all those games. They're contests, and there's a very good reward pool. But then again, there are like 500 teams competing, and only one team wins. Only one, and this is something that is off the blockchain, 100% centralized. Once a year, they will host those contests. But if you give people a proper understanding of how they can spend a lot of their times developing their skill, playing such a game, which is going to pay them every day, every 20 minutes, if they have the skills. If you don't want, now, what do you call your ambition, right? Your ambition comes into play. Do you want to earn $100 a day, or do you want to earn $10 a day? Are you very good at what you say you do? Go for $100. Are you not so good at it, but you want to get good at it? Start from $10. So that is basically the awareness we're looking forward to spreading, and the way we're primarily trying to do it is, of course, the general way, like how everyone does it on this platform, our own community. Um, um, Achilles, Safe Haven Calls, Astro Lounge, Binance AMA, Caesar, Venom, Travelad, Golem, and many, many, many more, right? We have an Excel maintain, like how we want to do it and strategically put it in between the lines. And that's not it. That's the first. That's the first push. Then comes the actual thing: collaborations with basically game influencers. We actually actively talked to one of the Asia's #1 Free Fire player, but he had some problem with his YouTube account. He had over 1 million followers. We just wanted him to explain the game and sort of set the difference between blockchain-based games and traditional games. How the traditional games, they take the most from the investors or the players and just pour them in their pockets and strengthen their organization in general. How the blockchain-based games or projects has always been the successful and the genuine ones. Give the most of it, 90%, 99% of it back to the community. So that is what awareness we want to raise using this medium. And that's not it. Our merchandise is also going to be used as a means of advertisement because it just takes you a stamp. It's a stamp away. Bitsniper.io. That's the website. If you want to know everything about, and V2, the version 2 of the website isn't out yet. Once it will be out, you guys are going to love it. You guys are going to definitely get an idea of what is it that we're trying to build, right? That's one. And the other thing is if others can do, see, the general thing is banners, point ads, Dex tool trending. Everybody's going to do it. We're going to do it as well. But what is what is our advertising strategy that is going to reach us out? That's going to make our reach grow over to the actual players and increase the general crypto adoption. It's going to come from merchandise. It's going to come from events. It's going to come from our socials because they're going to be extremely active with the content we post, with the podcasts we're going to have. We have basically planned all of it, but don't want to give you guys a far off picture here. So yes, for the early bird, for the pre-sale, for the launch, up until we deliver the working demo of the game, to make you guys feel what is it that you have invested your money in, we are pretty much very well covered in terms of exposure. Thank you.
All right, man. And like I said, I got more questions, but I can just save that for DMs. But right now, I'm gonna just go ahead and let the community ask questions. Thank you guys for being here, though. I just want to say you guys have been very transparent. You've been direct and honest with your answers, so I appreciate that. I always have to tell people, you don't just look at the project. You look at the character of the people who are running the projects. Look at the integrity, because when the team fails, when a project fails, it fails from the background. So you want to get, you can never guarantee anything, but you want to be more certain than not of a team's integrity. So, round of applause for you guys. Good work. Let's go ahead and get to those community questions. So let's start off with, you guys go ahead and get those hands up, man. Y'all raise y'all's hands. Let's get it started with Mr. PCI. All right, PCI, your floor is yours.
Hey,
You are the new host. I'm going off.
thank you. I'm glad to be back here. One of the main things that I believe that sustains a P2 game, besides the earning side, I will say it is the entertaining side. So don't know if you know the wipe mechanic that some of the immersive games are using lately. For example, Escape from Tarkov, which is very popular right now. That is basically resetting the game every certain period of time. So new players have a chance to actually compete and play with the older ones, so they don't get run over by the ones who are advanced into the game. Sorry, it is different from seasons, but it's sometimes it is innovative and new nowadays. So I wanted to know if you will do something like this in the future, or
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yes.
have something different for that. We use a tier system where everybody starts with a tier 1, and when you prove yourself to be worthy of the next tier, you will go up to the next level, the next tier, and the other players will be more skilled, and like the game will be more difficult for you. And when you fail in that tier, you can always go back a tier. But like the stakes will also be higher in the next tier, so everybody will want to take the challenge to level up to the highest tier, because the rewards will be higher, but it will never be like a level 100 player playing against a level 1 player. That will not be possible.
Yeah, because as you know, there's always like a learning curve in every shooter
Yeah.
FPS. So it will be something cool to actually, like new players get bored sometimes when like they get faced with experienced players, so they abandon the game. So it will be something good to apply here, since we don't want to new investors and players to actually do that here. So
Yeah, and also for the beginning players, we use AI to filter out how people play, and we can match up players of the same caliber to each other. And like you said, people who will get bored when they lose a lot. That won't happen here. Just like I said, because we use the tier system, and also we use AI enhanced maps that will change based upon how you play the game. So every time you play the game, the map will be different, and it will be more fun to play every time you play it. And even if you're losing sometimes, like I said, you can always go back a tier and work on your skills. Try to earn some tokens, buy some upgrades, buy some NFTs, and try to get back on your feet and go to the next tier.
yeah, that is
Thank you for your question, by the way. Good question.
no problem. Thank you to you. Thank you, DC.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. That was good, man. I like your I like your question. I also like your approach. How you step on the mic and carry yourself and whatnot. How you come on. You get right into the question. You make it clear. You elaborate on it. You give thoughtful questions, guys. Pay attention to stuff like that. What I mean. When y'all ask questions, think about the host, think about the guest. We like elaborate questions. We like well thought out questions. We like people who get straight to the point. So consider that too. It makes everything easier for everybody. So let's go. Oh no, he's not even. Okay, Brain Twister, it's your turn.
Hey man, how you doing?
We're doing good.
Hi.
Yeah, so awesome presentation so far. I love the project because I'm a gamer and it appealed to me. But then there was a couple things I wanted to ask. First of all, I was going through the website and then your, roadmap. I saw something like I think it was it the part.
I'm not sure if it's just me, but you're cutting off.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt, but I can't hear your question.
I think last like the second.
He doesn't recognize. I can't hear him. He doesn't recognize it. Okay, Brain Twister. So we can hear you, but your mic is just messed up, is what the problem is. So if you could work on that, it would be fantastic. I'm sorry, bud. We got to go. We got to move on. All right, let's go to Miguel. Okay, Miguel. It's your turn now. Miguel got 3 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going up to Gen Z. Gen Z, your mic is unmuted.
Hello guys, am I audible? What's up, Dumbledore?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Oh,
Hey.
okay.
Hi.
First of all, I want to say what a nice project you guys have.
Thank you.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. So my question is about the game approach. What are the things that the team has put in place to ensure fairness among players of the game? I hope the game has a player versus player, right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So what would the gaming experience be like for someone that is using a personal computer against someone that is using just an Android phone?
Those will be different lobbies. There will be so someone who's playing on a mobile device will never be put up against someone on a computer or a console, for that matter.
Oh, okay, interesting. That's nice. Okay, then what about another internet connection? Like if my internet is slow, can I still be able to compete against someone who has a faster internet connection?
Yes, that will be possible, but people will be able to see what your ping is. So if your ping is way out of this world for them, then they probably will skip you, because whoever is matched up against you, both parties will be asked to continue the challenge. So there's always a point of where people can pull out if they don't want to face the challenger who's against them.
Yeah, so
Alright.
both parties have to like agree to the game, and then you can start the game playing against each other. So you will always have a choice if you want to compete with someone.
You will see the basic
Alright.
stats of your opponent. So sometimes the guy with only the hand pistol might be the best guy in the lobby. So you can figure it out for yourself.
Oh, all right. Thank you very much. I'm cleared. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. That's what's up. Now let me go ahead and get back on Brain Twister. He says mic is fixed now, so we're gonna give him a second chance. All
Perfect.
right. Yep, he's going up now. There he goes. Let me get some of these people muted. Oh, he dropped again. Okay. Let's go to okay, there he goes. He's back. All right, go ahead, Brain Twister.
Awesome. I hope you can hear me now.
Yeah, you good.
Thanks so much, brother. So let me just rush through it because I think my internet's acting up. So on the website, I saw something, the second phase of your roadmap, there was you said there would be a token lock or rather liquidity lock. And then when I went down, I saw the phase 3, there was something called another private seal. So I wanted to ask what's up with that, because that's not the way I know things to work. You don't do a private seal before you lock the liquidity. So could you explain in regards to that?
Well, that might have been a typo, but just to give you an idea about how the sales were that we concluded. So primarily we had a private sale, and whatever tokens were allocated for that private sale, we raised a good amount. And the investors of those private sales, we did not get them off of TG or announcing it on any call channel. It's filled with game enthusiasts that we know, friends and family members. So whatever percentage of that sale was saved or wasn't sold out, a small percentage perhaps, that is the percentage that we are adding to our early bird, right? We want to give the investors or the game lovers, basically, who want to make Play to Earn possible, a chance to buy those tokens on 15 to 25% discount. Why there isn't an accurate percentage of discount is because we haven't done our pre-sale yet. So based on the total number of total amount that we're going to raise, the percentage will be fixed. But from whatever we have planned for the pre-sale as well, I think it's going to be between 15 to 25%. And after comes the pre-sale. So that is when the percentage of the liquidity is going to be locked.
I can add something to this. So we had the private sale was a 5% token allocation. We sold 70% of the private sale really fast, like Cuckoo said, to friends, family, and gaming enthusiasts. We filled it to about 100K, and we also used a lot of our own funds to pay for everything we have done so far, like gaming development, website, contracts, AMAs, etc. So we still had like 30% left from a private sale, and that was around 16.7 million tokens, and they will be available in our early bird starting tomorrow. on our website, so people still have a chance to grab some tokens, like for a real good discount.
First come,
I'm
first
still
serve.
curious about.
Okay, that sounds awesome, and that clears up that
Uh,
part
yeah, I'm still curious
because it
about the
was on
part
the
where it
website and
says.
it just was confusing.
Yeah, I apologize for that. Must have been a typo. I was actually actively looking for it because we're gonna have a V2 version out real soon in about like 2 to 3 days because we wanted to make the website sort of resemble the work that we have put in Bitsniper. So the version 2 is going to going to assure that the website actually looks that it resembles to a revolutionary play to earn AAA rated play to earn project. And I'm not sure if I mentioned it. The game developers are basically experienced developers from sharing experiences from big companies like Tencent and Ubisoft. So those sort of developers we have in the game. If you look at the in-game trailer that we shared, or might be in the header of the announcement that was made yesterday, I believe, you can check out the graphics, the detailing that we have, and that's not it. We're trying to make it smoother. We're trying to make it more detailed, right? I mean, I know they give you figures like you have to spend a lot of money, but it can be done. It can be done very fast. If the whole system is decentralized. And thank you for your question. Appreciate it.
No problem. It was just a little matter that I'm glad you guys addressed. And the other issue I was thinking about was, you see, I mean, you guys have touched on a lot of things on why this could work and the problems and the challenges. But then, on a personal level, I would feel it would be much better if you guys, spread your wings and spread this game itself more into the Web2 space and, try to draw people in. Because, yeah, obviously the Web3 market compared to the Web2
Hey, yo,
market
Brand,
is a
man, any
whole different
you've got or
ball game. We're talking like
Brand,
maybe a 1 to 10
got,
ratio at best.
so yeah, my bad. I had to. Anytime you guys hear me talking, anytime you guys hear me talking, you stop talking. But anyways, what I was gonna say is Brent, and I should have said this beforehand. I was gonna tell him like, hey man, if any extra things, you've taken up a lot of mic time right now. You're not wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. I'm just letting everybody know. You guys, if you right now we're getting closer to the end of the AMA, and if you guys have extra things you want to say, right now is the time that we gotta take it into the chat. And once again, that's totally my fault that this whole thing happened because I should have said something earlier. But we're gonna move to a one question limit right now. And anything extra you have to say, any personal inferences you have, just go ahead and take it to the chat. So I'm gonna pull somebody else out of the VC and I'm gonna grab some comment questions. Let's go to Moonshine.
Hi, DC.
Hey.
Thank you so much for the chance.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Jerry. Hi, guys.
Hey, hi.
So I just wanted to ask a question because this is something that I know have worked because I have friends who are, mad about these gameplays and are very obsessed with them. So I wanted to ask, maybe once in 6 months or something like that, you guys can have like an auction where you create most of these guns, maybe in rarities, and these game players, probably the top 20 or top 30, can come live on, and then you can have like an auction where the highest bidder can get that rare NFT or that rare guns or whatever machine you can create that could be in the rarity form. It doesn't really have to be so pricey, but it's something that is an exciting utility because all you guys would come meet together and that kind of stuff. Do you plan to have something like that?
Yeah, so like you mentioned, we will do a NFT auction, and to make it more fair for everybody, we'll do the auction based upon which tier you're in. So the rookies will compete against each other in a NFT auction, and also the guys from the higher tiers will compete against each other. Because in our opinion, the guys on the higher tiers will have more funds than the guys in the lower tiers. So it will be more more fair to compete against players while playing, but also in an auction is more. Yeah, it's better to keep it in the tiers, in our opinion. So we have thought about that, and we will certainly do NFT auctions. Yeah.
Just a very short question is, would they be paying for the tools maybe they are bidding for in your
Moonshine.
token or in BUSD?
All right, let's go to this comment question. Okay, so Juicy World Moon wants to know what is the governance model of the blockchain project. So what he wants to know is, do you guys have a governance model where everybody's going to be able to vote on what they want to happen within the game? That's what they're trying to
Yeah. So we have a governance model. We haven't worked it out to full yet, but we have plans for it. Like in that case, 50% of what's being decided will be decided by the team, but players and also stakeholders will also have a fair share of their input, and we will certainly make sure it will be used. Next to that, we have like active. I'm sorry, active community. We will pick up the comments people leave behind. Like if they tell us, this part of the game sucks, this is great, we will pick it up and we'll make sure that we use the feedback that people give to upgrade the game, make it better every time.
That's what's up, man. Good answer. Elon Dust wants to know, how do you plan to balance the gameplay? Like, for example, we don't want level 100s playing against like level 5. So, like, you guys have any ways to balance plays?
Yeah, so we, like I told before, we have a tier system, but also to add to that, sorry, Niels already told that you have to agree to play into a certain player, and if his level is way too high for you, you can just decline and find another player. But we also will use AI to measure the strength of a certain player and make sure we have good matchmaking for everybody. So it will be fun for everybody, and everybody gets like a fair chance to win a game.
All righty, good work. Now let's go back to the VC, and then we'll head back to the comments afterwards. Okay, let's get somebody who I haven't. Okay, Chris, Premium Leader. All right, Chris. I hadn't heard from you before. Let's go. All right, Chris, the floor is yours. In case you didn't catch it before, we have a 1-question limit right now. So any other questions or just extra comments you have, please take it to their DMs.
Yeah, people can also join our Telegram. We will be there in the next few hours to answer any questions you have, or just slide in our DMs. That's also good with us. So yeah.
Well, yep. That's correct. Y'all head over to their TGs as well. They're going to be there to answer questions.
Yeah.
Chris, you get one more courtesy call, and then after that, you get 3 seconds. All right, Chris?
Can you hear me, GC?
Go ahead, buddy.
Okay, thank you very much. So my question is, do we have to, connect the game to our Gmail for those using the Android, and also for those using the iPhone tab, we need to connect it to our Apple ID so that they won't, lose the game in case our phone gets lost or our device gets lost. I don't know if you get it because I'm interested in the game.
Okay, yeah. So if you want to play the game, you have to connect your wallet, like for example, a MetaMask. You will connect it to our platform, and we will record the level that you're playing, the tier that you play, and the games you have played, etc. KD, etc. We will record it on our platform, and when you use a new device, you can just log in with the same wallet address on another device, and you can just connect again, and you can go from where you've left. So if you lose your phone, that's not a big problem. Yeah, and everything that's every game is on the blockchain, so it's easy to track, and that won't be a problem.
Right. So what if we lose our MetaMask, like, and maybe I lose my wallet?
My man, Chris.
Yeah.
make sure you take that to their DMs, brother. We gotta get on everybody else.
All right. Thank you very much.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah, thanks for coming out, bud. Keep on coming by. All right, let's go to PSY, and then after we go to PSY, we're going to go to some comment questions. All right, PSY, the floor is yours. You can go ahead and ask your question whenever you're ready.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hi.
Yeah, hi. So my question is like, so I really enjoy playing games, and some, don't like playing games. They like watching the games. So they can create any sort of tournaments or leagues and invite members to play over there.
We actually want to do that. We want to make like real life contests where people can play live and we can stream it. We also are looking for partnerships with Twitch streamers as we speak, so people can enjoy the game just as much by just watching to like other players playing. And we are also working on something like a God mode where you can just hover above a map and you can see other people playing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so to add to that, we're also trying to implement a way for spectators to put money on the table as well. Get an extra way of spicing things up, so they can put money on one team or the other team, and then whoever wins will just give it another dimension.
Yeah, okay, I understand that.
All
Thank you
right.
for your question.
Yeah, man, that was good, man. Appreciate you, dude. Okay. Nelks Meg, let's go, buddy. You can go ahead and ask your question. Okay. Nelks, you get one courtesy call after that. Hey, buddy,
Okay,
what's up, man?
I'm good. Hi, Jabrams. What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. So, I have a concern. I play game a lot. I play COD, Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And my best is the Warfare. That's the Modern Warfare 2. Why I like it is because of the graphics. It's cool and it looks real. I could play that even without aiming from it, but I play it a lot. But I have a question, a concern, because your game looks like that. The graphics looks cool. But if I am using a device, an iPhone or maybe an Android phone, for instance, what's the least phone I can use to play your game? Because for Call of Duty, you have to, if you're not using an iPhone X or iPhone XR,
That's a good question. Yeah.
If that's for the phone, and for the system, what's the bit rate, the list of the bit rate I can use from a laptop so I can enjoy your game?
Okay, yeah. So for the mobile devices, we will have a light version of the game because mobile devices can't reach that high quality of gaming as a desktop would. Yeah, after the game is finished, when we have the demo version, we will make sure that we get all the specs ready for everybody. But we will make sure that most of the current phones, like 3-year-old phones, can still play the game, because we think it's important that everybody can should enjoy our game, and it will also like we told before, it's important that everybody can enjoy, and also that everybody can earn a certain amount of money while playing on our game. And one important aspect of that is that they can exit it and access the game. And one way of that is by going to the Play stores, like the Google Play and the iStore. Like you said, it's important that we can play the game on the phone. So we make sure that we can use like all the latest models. Hope that's a good answer to your question.
Yeah, sure. That will be fine because
Okay, thank you.
everybody to play it. So thank you for your answer.
Thank you.
Yeah, good work, bud. All right, let's go to. I'm trying to find him again. I lost track because I had to answer to some people's comments. There is somebody named Crypto something. Oh yeah, okay. Cal L, last son of Krypton, wants to know: does he get free NFTs and tokens to use the next tier after he defeats a boss at the end of every tier?
I'm sorry. Did you say a boss?
Yeah. Okay, so I want to go ahead and clue you in on something as well. I don't understand his question either. It's just that people come and ask comment questions, and sometimes it's hard to find some that are thorough and written out because people who come into the VC, they think about their questions more
Yeah.
because it's more embarrassing if you ask something silly. So a lot of times people from the comments will copy and paste stuff. I'm just trying to grab the best of what I can find. So
Yeah, but regarding NFTs, everyone.
yeah, he just wants to know if he's getting free NFTs and
There will be
tokens
free NFTs, yes, for sure. The game will not be only pay to play, so to say. So you can play quick play with your friends and just hang out. End of the game, you get a random reward. The rewards will not be only to people that pay for the game. So anyone can get a chance. However, of course, people that bring money to the table will have a higher chance of getting rewards. But it's not excluded for the people that just have no money and just want to have some fun, practice.
Yeah,
whatever.
to add to that, we have we collect fees, like we told before, and a part of these fees will be collected just for random airdrops to people who play the game. And like Neil said, it will not only be the players who play for the money, but also players who just enjoy playing the game, and they will have also a chance to win cool NFTs. And they can use these NFTs to get an upper hand in the game, but also they can sell it on the marketplace and earn some tokens and try to play for tokens after that. So yeah, once again, it's most important for us that everybody enjoys the game and everybody gets a chance to play the game.
Got you, man. That's what's up, dude. Okay, let's go for Elon Dust. Nah, I got it. It's in the comments. Okay, so let's go to Casselius1607 GG at Soldier. Okay, bud. Your mic's unmuted. You can go ahead. KS, your mic is unmuted. I knew his mic wasn't going to work for some reason. All right, we're just going to go on ahead then. Everybody else in here who's got their hand raised, they've already asked a question. So without further ado, you guys, yeah, thanks for coming by. That's the end of the session. Really appreciate you guys coming here. You guys did a good job. Everything was good. I enjoyed it. Some good questions were asked, everything like that. And
Okay, I'm so sorry.
Do what?
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I dropped out. So, just wanted to add a few words about the project, if I may.
Oh, go ahead.
Sure. Thank you so much. Okay, so guys, I mean, if you look at Bitsniper, we have shared the white paper. You can check it out, the research and the work that we have put into it. But I would like to highlight a few things. Bitsniper is basically a compound version of subcategories. And when I'll have to talk about subcategories, artificial intelligence, super hyped, NFTs, super hyped, and is only expected to grow even bigger going forward. Gaming, everybody loves gaming. Centralized organizations are earning billions or trillions of dollars just by selling their DVDs or improved versions or games or whatever. So what we think is if we onboard these three things into a project that is powered by the blockchain, I think we can revolutionize the gaming space as well. And there is a reason why we have onboarded these three things. First of all, their market is expected to grow by 100-fold up until 2027 as of right now. Gaming is sitting at 196 roughly $billion. It's expected to grow over $4 billion. The other two things, I mean, AI has been around and has been introduced to the blockchain thing, I think, since 2016 or something. The market cap was at $443 million, expected to grow over $80 billion. And the same thing for NFTs. I'm sure you guys know about the hype that has that's been surrounding these three subcategories, and we have onboarded it. Now, the way we want to change this space is basically give you a sustainable model of playing and earning, because based on the beautiful questions that was asked by the community members, most of those questions, I'd say, whatever you asked, we already thought about it while we did our review, I think around 11 months ago, and we actively started jotting it down on the Excel, and actively every core team member reviewed it and started proposing it to our developer how is it that we can make it better. These are the shortcomings. So if done the right way, as DC mentioned, most of the project did not succeed because they lost the interest. They bagged the money and then they lost the interest. So our model does not allow us to bag money. I mean, us as in the individual member, because the distribution of the taxes, the collection, everything is going to be taken care of by the artificial intelligence that we have embedded in the whole system. The artificial intelligence is not only going to take care of a fair distribution, it's also going to take care of a fair play. It's also going to take care of a fair, of a fair growth. And when I say fair growth, everybody loves different terrains. You love snowy terrain, mountainous terrain, you love waters, you love rivers. So based on the volume of members we are getting on specific maps, etc., the artificial intelligence is actively going to embed multiple terrains and is going to give you something beautiful. So that's active development on the go. You don't have to wait for the core team member to take action. I'm not saying they won't take action, but for something super immersive and wherein we're expecting a lot of adoption, we thought of implementing this system in order to make it more interesting, more exciting on the go. And there's a lot more to it, I know. Won't be able to do justice with whatever. There's like over 45 page read on our white paper. If you want to know about the project, want to know more about the project, want to suggest anything, whatever it is, we would love to have you in our community and explain it right down to its last bit. We have very active moderators, and do take some time before investing. Go through the white paper, check out what's cooking, what's brewing behind the scenes, and take action accordingly. Thank you so much, and thank you, DC. Wonderful AMA.
Man, you're welcome, dude. Appreciate you for saying that to me. I'm really glad to have you guys here. You guys did good. I always like to see these docs. I mean, I like to see transparent people who don't dodge questions and are very open and respectful, man. So, I mean, you guys did great as well. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get to the duck races. You guys are more than welcome to stay here, but,